Okay, everybody, welcome in. Thanks for joining us here for this week's game of For the Win trivia. I'm excited to be here. Still thinking about what our next theme game is. If you haven't already, like I said, hit follow if you're on Twitch. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss out as well. The answer form is in the chat on Twitch, and it's in the video description on YouTube. But let's go ahead and just jump right in tonight, shall we? Why don't we do that here? Having a real hard time. Okay. Y'all, I'm going to get this eventually. I've only been working with this particular type of slideshow for 7 years. Oh, hey, what up? We are here. I see you. All caps. Our first round tonight is called The Pen is Mightier. It's a literature and folklore trivia round. Question number 1. Which author created Dr. Hannibal Lecter? Number 2. For what comedy novel did John Kennedy Toole win a Pulitzer Prize 12 years after his death? Number 3, according to Arthurian legend, what knight of the Round Table is the illegitimate son of Sir Lancelot? Number 4, in 1922, DeWitt and Lila Wallace published the first issue of what magazine featuring abridged articles for easy reading? There's only so many that have been around that long, you know. Number 5, what novel tells the story of 4 Chinese American women who share their life stories over games of mahjong? Who plays mahjong? Have you all ever played mahjong? I'm curious. Number 6, the 1995 movie Clueless is a loose adaptation of what Jane Austen novel? Number 7, what novelist wrote The Sound and the Fury? Number 8, the Broadway musical Man of La Mancha is based on what 17th century novel? These are falling right off my head. It's kind of a big head problem, I know. Number 9, in a 1942 short story titled Runaround, what sci-fi author introduced the 3 laws of robotics? That is the author named Blues Traveler. And number 10, who is the Greek god of blacksmiths, carpenters, and fire? I mean, I think that makes them the best god right there. Go ahead and hit next on your answer sheets. Our second trivia round of the night is called Name That Channel. I'm going to give you the name of a TV show, and you have to answer with the network on which it originally aired. They do bounce around sometimes. Number 1, Fargo, which is a great show, by the way. I've enjoyed every season. Number 2, Selling Sunset. I've never seen it, but I know a lot of people are into it, so I decided to include it. Number 3, 6 Feet Under. Now this one's a good one. Slightly younger Michael C. Hall. Well, much younger now, considering it's been a while. Number 4, Boy Meets World. It's a classic. Number 5, Chuck. This went for 5 seasons. You know, if you're on a show, a 24 episode show that went for 5 seasons, you did okay. Number 6, Malcolm in the Middle. Lacey says she loves Mahjong. Okay. Yeah, I know a few people that play it, but it's not like, every other person you meet plays it. But the people that are into it are very into it. Number 7, Gilmore Girls. Another show that remains incredibly popular to this day. Number 8, Mad Men. There's a show called The Toast of London. I don't know where you can find it now, but I'm sure you can stream it for free. It's this absurdist British comedy show. And there's an episode John Hamm is in that's it's the best episode of the series. Number 9, Man v. Food. Man versus Food. And number 10, I Love Lucy. What was the network that originally aired I Love Lucy? As always, y'all, we're going to go over the answers at the very end of the game, as you know. Go ahead and hit next on that answer sheet. I figured out what happened with the diagonal thing last week. That has been corrected on this week's sheet. Shouldn't have any problems there. I just misclicked. I just clicked the wrong radio button on which one was the correct answer. Our next trivia round tonight is called Vampire Movie Lines because I saw Nosferatu a few weeks ago and people are still talking about it. So given a line from a vampire movie, just answer with the name of that film. I did like Nosferatu. It was excellent. Number 1, Don't Be Afraid. I'm going to give you the choice I never had. Number 2, did they look like psychos? Is that what they looked like? They were vampires. Psychos do not explode when sunlight hits them. I don't give a how crazy they are. See, I'm trying not to get deplatformed by YouTube. Number 3, who needs to walk when I can fly? Well, that could be anything. Luckily, on the answer sheet, it is multiple choice. We can at least narrow it down to 3 movies for you. Number 4, some mother are always trying to ice skate uphill. I can guarantee you it sounds a lot cooler than what I sounded like when I said it. In the movie, it sounds way cooler. Number 5, whether you like it or not, you're in the middle of a war that has been raging for the better part of 1,000 years. A blood feud between vampires and lichens. I don't know how many movies in particular use the word lichen, so you're probably good on that one. Number 6, some people freak out about the age difference. They think, what's this 96-year-old lady doing with a guy 4 times her age? Number 7, I don't say blah, blah, blah. We do have 5 full rounds this week, though. I was able to get in the full 5 rounds. Number 8, Number 8, so you're worried, not because you'll be in a house full of vampires, but because you think they won't approve of you? Number 9, they're only noodles, Michael. I can't imagine that was said in a lot of movies. And number 10, deadly to bats, fatal to humans. I mean, you would think those are the same thing, but evidently, according to this movie, they're not. Go ahead and hit submit. We'll hit our next round up here. Are we on round 4 already? Y'all, we are. I feel like we're blowing through this thing. We still got to go over the answers and stuff like that, so that's where the slowdown happens, I guess. Round 4 is called Garth Brooks and Dunn. Given 2 song titles, answer with the artist name mashup. So if the first song is Calling Baton Rouge by Garth Brooks, second song is Neon Moon by Brooks and Dunn, the answer will be Garth Brooks and Dunn. You're just going to put the 2 artist titles together. You're going to have to fill in the blanks on this one here, and I'll grade them as we go. Number 1, Colors and No Scrubs. Given those 2 artists of those songs, what is the artist name mashup? Colors, No Scrubs. Number 2, How You Remind Me and I Want It That Way. This is kind of fast. I'm going to go ahead and set this one every 30 seconds for y'all. Colors, No Scrubs. How You Remind Me and I Want It That Way. We are going to slow down this round for you here. I know on YouTube you can just pause it, but on Twitch, not so much. Number 3, Losing My Religion and Lose Yourself. Number 4, a bar song, Tipsy and LaGrange. Number 5, Espresso and Top of the World. This one's going to be one of your more difficult ones here. Number 6, Saw is the Law and Good Luck Babe. This one also is going to be one of your more difficult ones, I'm sorry. Getting prepped for later here. Number 7, The Quiet Things That No One Ever Knows and You Got It, The Right Stuff. How tough is this round? I'm just curious. Chat, what do we think? And let me know in the chat and also in the comments, should we bring this back? We used to do this as an audio round, but I can't really do this on YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, I know. Number 8, Friend of the Devil and Holiday in Cambodia. Number 9, Physical and Imagine. And number 10, Friday and War Pigs. What is the musical artist mashup for that one? Go ahead and hit next on those. Once you have that punched in there, we'll close it out with our image round for the night. All right. Our image round tonight is called Cold Characters because the winter weather is here, and it looks like there's going to be a lot more of it on the way next week. Given an image of a cold-themed character, answer with their name. So, I'm going to give you 1 through 5, let you work on these for a few minutes, and then we'll give you 6 through 10. Let's make that full screen there. There we go. Now y'all can take a look. Yeah, we're getting topical here because it's cold. I went outside and I was like, it's cold. Let's do something cold. And I did have a cold, yeah, last week. It still kind of sounds like I'm getting over it too, which I didn't really hear it as much until I sat down and started talking into this microphone. It does sound like I can still hear where I haven't fully recovered now. Sorry, I muted myself for a second here because I'd run over my headphone cable and I had to get it undone from the chair. Here's the ones that I feel like are going to trip everyone up on this one. This one and this one, depending upon what your fandoms are. Sometimes I just have a round that's about, how many you can run up or how few you can drop, I guess. That's the trick of this one. There's 6 through 10. There's your second one there. There's a fandom for number 2. There is from the particular series that it's from, yes. I'll explain once we get there, I'll explain it. I think the one this is going to be your more difficult one, number 8 on this half. All right, looks like y'all are hitting submit already on these. I gotta have to grade that last round here. I think. Yeah, okay, cool. Before we go to the answers here, let me go ahead and click through these real quick and just grade them real fast because we only have the one response in so far. So, let's see. Okay, hold on. Yeah, see, like this is correct. But that's the problem with the fill in the blanks on these. Is I can put in possible answers, but unless you type it in exactly how I typed it in, it doesn't take the answer. And I can put in a bunch of variations, but that still doesn't really allow me to correct for everything or adjust for everything. So that's why it's a little wonky there on that. But anyway, I digress. All right, so there's the first one graded. And then the second one. I save this? Oh, hold on. Y'all just. Oh wait, I didn't hit this. The save button was further down. I wasn't looking. All right. Second one here. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this as we have a larger audience, but at least I can check it for now, and I will go back and check it for the YouTube audience as well. I've been doing that for all of these here. Dave Chappelle Roan, good guess, but I'll give you the correct answer here in a second. That's where number 10, it's marked it wrong for, who was this? Nightman Cometh, but it also gave you a point for it, so I don't know why. Like functionally it gave it to you. So okay, but we do have some scores here, and we can kind of go over that real quick at the very end here, but let me get you all situated here. Pen is Mightier. Dr. Hannibal Lecter was created by author Thomas Harris. Number 2, John Kennedy Toole. That book was A Confederacy of Dunces. Number 3, Sir Lancelot's illegitimate son is Sir Galahad. Number 4, DeWitt and Lila Wallace first published Reader's Digest in 1922. Mashup Artist was a fun round. Yeah, 1 to 5 are silent. Yeah. It gets hard in the second half, and then would be easier with sound. I agree. But that's why I do intend to bring that back whenever I'm in a live environment. That's just on online. It's not so much a thing we can do unless we did this like all the way behind a paywall, which I don't really want to do. Unless we just did like bonus games behind a paywall, and if that's the case, just let me know and we can make that happen. Number 5, the Mahjong one, that is the Joy Luck Club, of course. Number 6, Clueless is an adaptation of Emma by Jane Austen. Number 7, The Sound and the Fury was written by William Faulkner. Number 8, the Broadway musical Man of La Mancha is based on Don Quixote or the ingenious gentleman Don Quixote of La Mancha. Number 9, the 3 Laws of Robotics were written by Isaac Asimov. And number 10, the Greek god of blacksmiths, carpenters, and fire is Hephaestus. All right, very cool. Let's go ahead and go to the Name That Channel one. Number 1, Fargo, that is an FX series. Number 2, Selling Sunset, aired on USA. Number 3, 6 Feet Under is, of course, an HBO show. Number 4, Boy Meets World was on ABC. Number 5, Chuck was on NBC. And number 6, Malcolm in the Middle was on Fox. Number 7 was on the Gilmore Girls was on the WB. That later became the CW, but it didn't really change networks. It's just the network rebranded. Number 8, Mad Men was on AMC. 9, Man vs. Food was actually on the Travel Channel. And number 10, I Love Lucy was on CBS. There's your answers. All right, let's continue. Let's see. Vampire movie lines. Don't be afraid. I'm going to give you the choice I never had is from Interview with the Vampire. Number 9, did they look like psychos? Is that what they looked like? From Dusk Till Dawn. Number 3, who needs to walk when I can fly? That's from The Little Vampire. Number 4, the ice skate uphill line. Guesses are going hard on this round. What, on vampire lines or on the channel round? I'm curious. The ice skate uphill line, that's from Blade. The MCU would not exist today if it weren't for Blade. That's my honest, true take. Number 5. Oh, the vampire round. Nice. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta make real good guesses. The one about the vampires and the lichens, that is Underworld for number 5. Number 6, the one about the age difference, the 96-year-old lady dating the guy 4 times her age. That's from What We Do in the Shadows, the one that the show is based on. Number 7, I Don't Say Blah 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 is from Hotel Transylvania. Number 8, you're worried not because you're going to be in a house full of vampires, but because you think they won't approve of you is from Twilight. Number 9, They're Only Noodles, Michael. That's from The Lost Boys. And number 10, Deadly to Bats, Fatal to Humans is from Morbius. Of course, my favorite line from Morbius is, it's Morbin time, but, they said that so many times in the movie, I just couldn't really put it in there. Number 1 under Garth Brooks and Dunn, Colors and No Scrubs is Ice TLC. Ice T and TLC. Number 2, How You Remind Me, and I Want It That Way, Nickelback Street Boys. I think y'all both might have gotten that one right. Number 3, Losing My Religion and Lose Yourself. That's R.E. Eminem. Number 4, a bar song in LaGrange. Shabu ZZ Top. Y'all both got that one right, I think. Number 5, Espresso on Top of the World is Sabrina Carpenter's. Believe it or not, there is no the in the name Carpenter's, but I took it because you put it in parentheses, like as if it were implied. So we'll give you a point for that one. I don't remember what team said that, but we took it. Saws, The Law, and Good Luck Babe is Whitechapel Roan. Number 7, let's go, you say. Number 7, The Quiet Thing No One Never Knows, and you got it, The Right Stuff. Brand New Kids on the Block. Number 8, Friend of the Devil, A Holiday in Cambodia, Grateful Dead Kennedys. Number 9, Physical and Imagine, Olivia Newton, John Lennon. And number 10, Friday and War Pigs is Rebecca Black Sabbath. There is your full list up there right now. And of course, y'all know, we're just going to go ahead and give you all the answers on screen to that last round there, the cold characters. Let me go ahead and full screen this so you can get a better look at it. Number 1, we had Iceman from the X-Men movies. This is specifically X-Men 3. Number 2 is Mr. Tasty. This is from The Adventures of Pete and Pete. Number 3, the Ice King from Adventure Time. Number 4, Captain Cold, DC Comics character. This is specifically the Arrowverse version. Number 5 is, of course, Frozone from the Incredibles. Number 6, Sub-Zero. This is specifically the Mortal Kombat 95 version, but you know. Number 7, the Night King from Game of Thrones. Number 8 is Killer Frost, also from DC Comics. She's been in some cartoons and things, I think, pretty sure. Number 9, Articuno, of course, the Pokemon. And number 10 was Mr. Freeze because, do y'all know what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. That's what it was. Yeah, I don't know if you know that. Your dad made you listen to Olivia Newton-John. Listen, man, when Physical came out, everybody was on Physical. That was a top tier song. So, it was a mega hit for like 15 minutes, and then it was gone. So, let's take a look at your responses here. I just want to see how we did. 32 out of 50 for Sweatpants Boners. Nice to see y'all. Thank you for showing up. I mean, the team, not, the specifically, And then how did we do? I didn't actually look at the final score here. 35 for Nightman Cometh. Nice. Very close game again. Man, it's, like I said, when we're only on 50 points versus, 110-ish total from the in-person games, I mean, it's, it's a game of inches is what I'm going to say. So, that's all good, man. Thank y'all for showing up here today and just hanging out with me and, playing some trivia here, y'all. Again, if you haven't hit follow yet, make sure you hit follow. Make sure you hit subscribe out there. Should have watched Underworld. I've seen all of them. They're fun. Like, they're definitely junk food movies, but they're fun movies, right? So, but so it's not really a waste of time. But y'all, really appreciate y'all stopping by and taking a look at all this here with me. I will be back here next week. I will be back here on Wednesday. If there's an update to the schedule, I'll let you know. But the goal is to keep it on Wednesdays for a while. Misclicked on the Night King, and yeah. That's the thing too. You got to be careful with those radio buttons because I think I have it set that once you hit next, you can't go back and change your answers. So I've never really tested it all the way through, but I do think that is. So yeah, the Night King cometh. That's right. All right. Well, look, y'all, thanks for stopping by, and I will be sure to see y'all back here next week. It's been a lot of fun. I'll be looking forward to it. Until then, y'all, be cool.